Hi Year 3, so we're on our third lesson of equivalent fractions today. So our focus question is, fold the paper strips to show halves, quarters and eighths. Okay, so first of all, I just want to show you what the fraction, or what the denominator will be for halves, quarters and eighths, just to remind you. Okay, so if I wanted to show 1/2 as a fraction, this is what it would look like when you write the fraction out. Okay, if I wanted to show a quarter, okay, it'll be 1/4. So quarter is into 4 parts. If I wanted to show an eighth, okay, 1/8 would be one section out of 8 altogether. That's what the fractions would look like, okay? So the question is, can you also show 6? So if I wanted to write a sixth as a fraction, I'd write 1/6. Okay? So can we show 6? So let's learn, okay? Let me just make this a bit bigger. So as we can see here, we're going to be showing most of these answers today on a number line, okay? So it's really important that you see what fractions look like on a number line, because they do belong on a number line, okay? You might be thinking, how? But I'm going to show you. So we have our whole bar here, okay? So we have between 0 and 1 whole. If I wanted to split my whole into half, we know that our half would go on halfway of our number line. So like when I say to you, what's half of 100? You would say 50. Okay, we'd find the halfway number on the number line. Okay, so if it went into quarters, before you get to your whole, which would be 1, which is here, you'd have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, 4/4. Okay, and 4/4 is the same as 1 whole. And we know that because we have our 1 whole up here, and our 1 whole has been split into 4 parts. And as you can see, even though we know 8 is bigger than 4, in fractions, the higher the denominator, the smaller amount you get. So like I was saying yesterday, if this was our chocolate bar here, and I had to share it with 8 children, then I'm going to get not that much chocolate if I had to share it with 4 children. Okay, so the higher the denominator, the smaller amount you get. So what are equivalent fractions of 1/4? Okay, so let's have a look at over here. We can see that 1/4 is not in line with a half. Okay, so it can't be a half as an equivalent fraction. If we go down, oh look, what is it equivalent to? We know it is equivalent to 2/8. So I'm going to put my equal sign here, and I'm going to say 1/4 is equivalent to 2/8. Okay? So how about 3/4 then? Well, we've got 3/4 here, we can see on our number line. If we go up, no, not equivalent to a half, is it? If we go down, oh yeah, look. 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8. Okay? So up here, we know 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4, and we can follow our fraction rule here just to help us. And 2/4 is equivalent to 4/8. So 1/2, 2/4, and 4/8 are all equivalent fractions. They are equal. Okay? So what about a half then? If we have a half over here, what equivalent fraction is a half equal to? Well, we know it can't be 2/3 because the 2/3 line is over here. Okay, it's not equal, is it? That's not equal. So how about up here? Let's have a look at the blue bar. 1, 2, 3. Yep, so we know 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6. Okay, what about 1/3 then? It's not equivalent to a half, but it is equivalent to 2/6. Okay, can you name more pairs of equivalent fractions? Okay, you can pause the video here and see if you can name any more equivalent fractions. Off you go. Okay, welcome back. I hope you managed to find some. Okay, I can see here that 2/3, if I get my square, I think that's quite clear when I have my square. 2/3 is equivalent, it's not equivalent to a half, but it's also equivalent to 4/6. Okay? Right, let's move on. So, guided practice. Let's complete each of the following number lines. So we have 1/8, that must be 2/8. So this must be 3/8. Okay. 4/8. Just like counting up. 5/8. 6/8. 7/8. Is there anything you notice about these numbers that we've just filled in? 1, 3, 5, 7. They're all odd numbers, aren't they? Okay, and then when we get to 8/8, that just becomes one whole. That's the whole chocolate bar. Okay, so next one. Now let's see how much our number line's been split into this time. Okay, got a bit of a clue here because our denominator says 9, so it has to be 9 parts. Let's just see if we're correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're definitely working in ninths. Remember, it's always good to check. Okay, so 4 ninths, and this is going to be 5 ninths. So 5/9. 6 ninths. 7 ninths. And then we have 8 ninths. Okay, and then we know 9 ninths would be equal 1 whole. So we've now got to show these numbers on a number line below. 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. Have we got 4/8 in here? No. 5/8. Okay, it's going to be there. And then we need 3/4, and then we need 1/2. Okay, so we know the halfway mark is going to be this line here. So I'm going to write half. Okay, and then if we want to find 3/4, you can use your fraction line to help you here. Okay, or what you can your fraction bar. Okay, your fraction rule. Sorry, your fraction rule to help you. Use your fraction rule to help you, and I want you to see whether I'm right. Okay, it's 3/4. I'm saying 3/4 is equivalent to 6/8. Okay, can you see if I'm right? Yep, that's right. I am correct. Okay, I am correct. So, if we use the number, we will go back to how I worked that out, but that's going to be a bit further on. I just want to make sure that you use your fraction rules to help you work it out. Okay, so using the number lines to find fractions that are equal. Okay, so we know 1/2. We've got quarters. We've got 6, and we've got thirds. So 1/3 is equivalent to what? Okay, we can see 1/3 is equivalent to 2/6. I'm going to use my ruler just to double check that I am correct. Okay, yeah, 1/3 is equivalent to 2/6. Okay, now what about 1/2? Oh, so we've got 2 boxes here, so that must mean 1/2 is equivalent to 2 fractions. Okay, so we've got 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4, and if we keep going down on our ruler, we've also got 3/6. Okay, so 1/2 is equivalent to 2/4 and 3/6. Okay, awesome. Right, there's a red task today and a blue task. Okay, so please complete today's activities. Good luck.